With a title like The Last Ronin, with the hype that has been built around this even before it was released, it's almost guaranteed not to be able to live up to it because the hype was so big. However, as a big Turtles fan and someone who had really high hopes for this series, I actually believe that it is living up to the hype tremendously. Issue number 1, by far the best one in the series so far. Obviously though, because that one was just such an awesome introduction to the storyline. It was just a great title. Issue number 2 really grabbed us with Raphael falling. Issue number 3 was great. Loved it. Loved issue number 3. I love that we got to see more in-depth looks into Hiroto at different times. We got to see that at 16 years old, when most of us would just be getting our driver's license, this guy was taking over the Foot Clan. And he was actually doing a great job because his first thing that he wanted to do was call a truce between his clan and the Hamato clan, the Turtles and Splinter, which would have been great. It would have avoided everything that happened. So what happened? Well, if you haven't read the story, go ahead and put the earplugs in now, go read the story, and then come back and listen. I think Baxter Stockman going after Honeycutt, sending in the Mauser, sending in the droid-looking Foot Clan, that is what has sparked this entire war, in my opinion. Now, there's nothing that has actually specifically said that Baxter Stockman is the reason why the truce was broken, but it's kind of all laid out there for us. The truce is in effect, and all of a sudden the Turtles are invaded by the Foot Clan soldier droid things. We have the Mausers coming in. Obviously, they're coming to get Dr. Honeycutt, the Fugitoid, but you know, as far as the Turtles know, they see Foot Clan, so that means to them the truce has been broken. They should have never trusted Hiroto. Obviously, Splinter wants to give him the benefit of the doubt, but it's hard to do at this point. Now, all of this leads to the fall of Leonardo and Casey Jones. Now, they went out like the leaders that they are. Casey Jones, very cool to see him in this one. There was a couple of different throwbacks to the movies. That's the way I took them anyway. When he was kicked into the trash and he finds the sledgehammer, it was kind of the exact same way that he found the driver, the golf club, when he was fighting Tatsu in the first movie. So that was really cool, along with a couple of other throwbacks. So it was great to see Casey Jones wielding that sledgehammer. That was really cool. Definitely enjoyed that. But seeing Leonardo go out, making sure everyone else was safe and out of the way of harm, and he didn't make it out, neither did Casey. It kind of, I don't know, I thought it was a little bit cheap to send 2 guys out in the same way, in the same explosion, but we do only have 5 issues, so I'm absolutely okay with it, because how much can you really do in 5 issues? You have all these characters, you've got to come up with something. So honestly, it wasn't that big a deal, because Casey dying alongside Leonardo, that kind of really shows you the importance of that character to the franchise, and he's one of my all-time favorites. So that was actually kind of cool, I guess. Now, we also see that now April O'Neil has the head of Fugitoid. Now, they have a plan to attack Hiroto dead on, and they know, though, that Stockman is going to be, you know, definitely a factor here. So their idea is to attack them head on and turn Fugitoid on at the right time in order to shut him down and stop it. Will this work? Michelangelo's not very convinced. And then at the same time, we're not really prepared for this, he says. And then April O'Neil shows him this armory in one vehicle. I mean, it was a tremendous looking vehicle. This thing looks like it would absolutely take anything out. So that's going to be exciting to see. It's also going to be really exciting to see the progression of Hiroto, because he almost seems like he's got a couple screws loose. He's obsessed with being better than Shredder, with even being better than his mother, more than just making them proud, but bettering them, besting them at their own game. He's really definitely got like a god complex here, but it was still cool to finally get to know this character a little. I'm really excited to see where it continues to go with Stockman. Is Honeycutt still in Fugitoid? Who knows? We're obviously going to find that out later on. Now, we also got a little bit of a clip of Michelangelo. Every issue, they've talked about Michelangelo's, the progression of his mutation. And if you looked at his blood, it was black in those vials. And I was just talking it over with a couple of guys on a chat over on Birch Family 54 Comics. And I told them, like, hey, I don't think Michelangelo makes it out of this series alive. And this is just my ideas, which haven't panned out very well so far. But you know, to me, I think Michelangelo's continued mutation ends up somehow getting too much for his body to handle and ends up killing him in the end. Would I be okay with that? Absolutely. You know, I honestly, to me, I think Michelangelo has to die at the end in order to really just sum it all up. Reunited with his brothers, he goes out a hero, just like all of his brothers did. I'm okay with that. I think that would be a fitting end for this story. But hey, not everybody's going to agree with that. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of people that don't like that. But, you know, that's just what I think. Will that happen? I highly doubt it, but if it does, you heard it here first, just saying. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. As issue 4 comes out and we start to learn more and more about that, I will make sure to give you guys updates for that. Guys, drop me a comment. Let me know, what did you think about this issue in comparison to the other two? And are you still as excited about this series as you were before issue number 1 came out? Are you still invested in it as much as you were in the beginning? I know I am. I know that there's a long time between releases, but it's been worth it so far. I think it's definitely delivered, and I really hope it continues to do so. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the last Ronin. Like, comment, subscribe, and as always, collect your way.